Why is it that we have these sound problems, and you were the victim last week, even though I told you don't touch the mic. Turns out it's one of them. And we plugged our headphones in and we tested everything. Turns out this cable right here that has a bunch of tape over it somehow got kinked inside of it. And so we stabilized it a tiny bit. But if I was to rotate this part right here, you'd hear all the static and sometimes even lose the audio.
So the second you touch it.
Yours is fine. Yours is the normal one. This one needs to be replaced. But that's just a little explanation here. But what's more important is first of all, you like my hat?
I love your hat.
And that's first.
Dad hat.
That's a first. Well,
it's gonna be on our if you guys are interested in it, it's gonna be on our Father's Day gift guide.
Yeah, this is the straw.
blog.
This is a straw hat. A lot of people DM me asking me.
It.
It's weird. Like, it's wives and husbands. They're all sending me like, give us more info about the hat. And I'm
But
like,
you love the hat.
yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's so many people that are into this hat, and I didn't realize it, which primes me to the next segment, which might even be the topic of today's conversation. And I don't know if I should tell them or you should inform them. What's so special about this month?
Harper's birthday?
Nope.
Oh.
Try again. What else happens in June?
School's out?
School, that's true, but that's not what makes this month special. Okay? I'm going to give you a little hint. It involves dads.
Oh.
Yeah? Are you going to tell them or should I?
That was going to be well, I already said Father's Day. That's why. It was already done.
Yeah, but who cares about Father's Day?
I said Father's Day gift guide, and so
it
it was
doesn't
already
matter.
out
It's
of my
not about
head.
Father's Day. The Father's Day is not what makes June special.
But
Father's Day Father's Day in reference to June might kick off this special celebration, but that's not what makes this month special. What makes
So
this
it's not
month?
Father's Day?
It's not Father's Day, but
What is it?
Father's Day is something that kicks off June, and what it makes so special.
Summer.
No, come on, it's close. Summer is part of it. What do you think it is?
June. I don't know.
Are you ready to give up?
What was your hint?
Well, I said it involves dads, and you said Father's Day, and you said summer. Do you want me to tell him, or are you going to tell him?
Sports? Lagoon? I don't know.
Lagoon. It's Hot Dad Summer.
Oh.
It's Hot Dad Summer, and it's here to stay. We got our straw hats. We got our bro tanks. We got our Crocs out. Okay? We got our beer koozies. It's Hot Dad Summer. We're here.
But it's
We're
also
here to stay.
Hot Mom Summer.
It's
too.
not Hot Mom Summer.
It
You guys had Hot Mom Summer last month, okay? This is Hot Dad Summer.
How dare you?
We're
It's
here.
all summer long.
We embrace every part of being a dad. If you're waxing your boat, you're mowing your lawn, you're building something in the garage, get your Crocs, get your straw hat, and that's a thing, right?
If you're at your kids' football games.
All of these.
Hot Dad
Don't
Summer.
act like you know what Hot Dad Summer is, okay?
Well, I want to know.
There's a lot of things
Give us the list.
Okay, so there's a lot of things, and maybe the gift guide that you are, and this is like a prequel to it, I guess, a foreshadowing, if you will, to it is, what makes Hot Dad Summer so special is
You are so sweaty.
I'm very sweaty because I was waxing the boat,
glistening.
because it's Hot Dad Summer, and I was waxing the boat.
Looks good on you.
Thank you. Well, it is
I hope
Hot
you guys
Dad Summer.
notice.
Do you feel like it looks good on me because it is Hot Dad Summer?
Yes.
Okay.
You're glistening.
So, a lot of
I
things.
don't want to touch you right now, but
Come on,
you
give me,
look hot.
just give me some. Come on.
Get away. Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of things that you girls you make it difficult for guys to embrace.
How dare you?
Okay, so Tyler, one of the guys that works with me, he wanted to pick up a straw hat. He put the straw hat in his cart. His wife took it right and put it right back on the shelf.
I never did that, though.
You never did that because I never did it in the
helping-
store. I ordered it online.
That's true. But I'm also helping you embrace Hot Dad Summer.
How do you help me embrace? You support me by me
Yes,
embracing.
that's what I'm
I'm the
saying.
one that's embracing
I
Hot Dad
support
Summer.
you.
You support me. The Crocs. How many camo
And
Crocs?
now I have Crocs.
You now.
The straw hat, I said it looks
Embrace,
good on you. You look
okay.
great in it.
I ordered
The tanks.
The tanks
Tanks
have
are
always been
winning.
there. I have ordered, and you kind of gave me. I didn't like the way you came at me. I guess you. So we share an Amazon account, and
under
you're
my
always
account.
informed. Yes, you're always informed what purchase I make on Amazon
Well,
Prime.
so I get all the emails every time he purchases something. I get every email. So sometimes I'll look at what he bought.
And yesterday, you're like, you bought white Adidas slides, slip-on. Oh, they're not flip-ons, just slides, right?
But so the only reason I made a comment on that is because
You're like, where are you gonna wear? Where are you gonna wear 'em?
No, I was like, where are you gonna wear them? Because you have
Yeah.
flip-flops,
'Kay.
and you have Crocs.
Yep.
Why do you need slides?
Sometimes there's an occasion where I need to be a little bit more sporty. Okay?
But you don't need sneakers yet.
I don't
you
need
need
sneakers.
To be sporty.
I don't need. Okay, prime
But you
example.
don't want sneakers.
Prime example. Today we went. It's Saturday. We went to the kids' football games in the morning, and it was warm.
Right.
I wore my flip flops because.
Why weren't they good enough?
Well, because you don't wear sporty shorts and sporty top and then put on flip flops. You look like
You were
a bum.
wearing sweat shorts.
That's because I didn't have athletic slides. Now that I have athletic slides, now I can wear like, running shorts or basketball shorts.
It's
Put
a
my
whole
slides
outfit.
on. Listen, it's being hot dad summer. You're not reckless during hot dad summer. You're very intentional about how you pull out
I
being
get it.
a hot
I get
dad.
it.
Okay.
It is.
Okay.
You gotta be intentional. You gotta.
You just
it's all-
really
you
fire
put
me
these-
up when you object.
You gotta put these outfits together very thoughtfully, apparently.
Or else, because if you don't,
Well,
you're
why
not a
can't we
hot
have
dad.
hot dad summer and hot mom summer?
Well, you can have a different month. You can't share the. Okay.
No,
well,
why can't we share the summer?
the entire summer?
Yeah.
How about we get June, July, you guys get August and part of September?
Actually, a couple of our friends, we have a group message and we named it Hot Mom Summer. So
a couple of my buddies are coming from Seattle,
I don't care.
and we're
Too
calling
late.
it, we're calling
Hot
it.
Dad Weekend?
What are we just calling it? Hot Boy Summer. Because we're going on the lake and stuff like that.
are you gonna take the boat?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I promised them I'll book them massages.
That is a full out vacation getaway.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a hot
It's
dad.
hot
weekend.
dad summer.
You guys are getting
We're getting
pampered.
treated. We're
I know.
gonna smoke meat. We're gonna be on the lake. We're gonna be wake surfing. We're gonna be living it up in the cabin. We're gonna use the cabin pool, and I'm gonna book us massages
That is a
because
weekend.
hot dads deserve to be pampered.
If they're
and
gonna work for that hot dad summer, hot dad bod,
No. Bod has nothing to do with hot dad summer.
why can't it though?
Because that is objectifying these dads. That's you're not gonna fat shame a dad and
No,
deprive him of the
no.
hotness.
No.
Hotness is an internal feeling. It's like confidence. You don't look confident.
But I wasn't talking about
You feel confident.
a certain body type. It's just hot dad bod summer. So it could be any
no,
body shape.
nobody said bod though. It's just hot dad summer.
But you can embrace the dad.
Listen,
the
I
bod
know a
too.
few dads that have a nice big Santa belly, but they're hot. Oh, prime example. Prime example. Rick Ross. You don't think he's a hot? He
I don't
embraces
know
hot
who
dad
that
summer.
is.
The
He's a
100.
rapper,
He's
right?
the 300-pound boss. Rick Ross, the 305 boss.
I don't know.
He's a
I don't know
rapper.
what he looks like, but that name sounds
They go
familiar.
DJ Khaled.
Oh, he's the guy that says that?
Oh, well, that's his hype guy. That
Oh,
says it. I think.
has he ever played in a movie?
I'm sure a very cheesy role, but he's an R&B artist.
Anyway.
So yeah, I mean.
Hey,
We have
embrace
plenty of representative. I mean, first of all, let's embrace the one thing: the godfather of hot dad summer, the kingpin of hot dad summer, the beginning and the end of hot dad summer. It starts with David Beckham. Okay, that's first and foremost. We'll leave it
Okay,
at
but
that.
he is
But listen,
quite the example to live up to.
first of all, easy. Okay, take
I'm just saying.
easy.
No, listen.
I know you had like 3 sips of wine in midday. So listen, just easy right now because you might say stuff that'll hurt my feelings. Okay.
I'm just saying those expectations are pretty high if you're gonna try to live up
But
to
that's
that.
why he's the godfather. Okay. He's the only guy who's like 50 years old. Well, you can take George Clooney as well. Well, okay, so I
There's
have
more.
to back
There's
up on
more,
this,
yeah.
right? Because then George Clooney's older than David Beckham, and George Clooney's wasn't the V's on the
he was
shred.
just a normal dad.
He's just normal. Well, is he a dad?
He didn't become a dad till way later, but he's a dad now.
Oh, he became a dad in his like 40s, 50s?
I don't know, late 40s.
Okay, so
or 50s,
I'm
yeah.
gonna change things up. George Clooney is the original hot dad.
OG.
He's the OG of Hot Dad Summer because he proved it that you could be a very attractive man
Without having the six pack.
without having the six pack, right? While being classy, and he topped the game by saying, "Oh, I have to be a dad," and he goes, knocks up a
Done.
chick.
And they got twins, I think.
And got twins.
Yeah.
He goes, that's how much testosterone he has. So it goes George Clooney, then David Beckham. Again, we have different categories, right? Then we get into the Rick Ross, then we get into the rest of them. So the Hot Dad Summer, it's not limited to body type. We don't body shame.
It's an internal feeling.
It's a way of life in a way. It's a mindset.
Way of life.
Okay.
Not everybody can embrace the way of life, I guess.
I will.
Poor Tyler, who couldn't get a straw hat.
Listen, it all starts with the Hot Dad Summer mentality, and I think some people. So
also, I will say, there are people who can pull off certain things, and there are people who cannot, and you can for some reason.
Okay, so
and it must be your mindset. You just go, hey, listen, I got the straw hat, I'm owning it. I'm gonna go mow the lawn, and I'm like,
yes,
damn,
yes,
he looks good.
Yes, that's exactly. Hey, let me ask you this: it's
not like you're put on the straw hat and sitting on the couch.
Now, keep in mind, this is my second straw hat. So there's one straw hat that got retired because the kids ran over it accidentally with their quads when we went camping.
Good times.
But let me ask you this. Let's say you didn't get an opportunity, because sometimes you got to see what something looks like on a person, right?
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know. Like,
I'm all for it. If you want something, I'm all for it.
Like a cowboy hat. Like imagine a cowboy hat, right? Everybody thinks like, oh, I saw Brad Paisley wearing a cowboy hat. I bet you I can pull off a cowboy hat. And then you put it on and you look like a dummy, okay? Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this. What if you and I were just hanging on the couch and I'm surfing the internet and I'm like, hey, straw hat, I've been kind of been thinking about them. They're kind of cool. And I show it to you, like, hey, what do you think about this? Be completely honest with me. And I don't know how biased you're going to be right now. How likely would you have been like, oh yeah, you could pull that off?
Well, it depends, because you're like, I like this, and it would be more like, well, when are you gonna wear it? Are you gonna
like the Adidas slides?
Yeah.
Like when are you gonna wear them? Is that what you're?
Yeah.
You're gonna see them.
But like if you can, you're going, well, like it's nice because I can go mow the lawn. I can go do stuff.
No, first of all,
and then I'm like, yeah, if you can go mow the laon, wear the straw hat.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna hit me with the Adidas, the white slides. I'm like, I'm not mowing the lawn in my white slides.
No. I mean, like, what is the purpose of it? If there's like a dual purpose where like, I think it looks great on you. I like that you wear it. I think it's really cool.
Okay. I wore it to the kids' football game today.
You did?
Okay, so it's not limited to like house stuff.
I think it's cute.
Now, I might not go grocery shopping in it, but if we're doing any kind of thing outside, if any of your cousins are getting baptized, I'm wearing this thing, okay? This is what we're doing. If it's an outside baptism,
what if it's
I'm
an
wearing
outside wedding?
I'm wearing a freaking straw hat, man, because then I can do. Ooh, here's what I'll do. I'll do like Pablo Escobar.
Sweat in? Is that why?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of things.
Obviously shade.
Shade, right? Sweat for sure. So the size of it creates the shade as if you have like an umbrella, keeps your shoulder a little bit cool. So like you have a larger body surface that keeps cooler. Okay, your neck. But then the way there's an elastic band inside of it as opposed to whatever. And then that elastic band is, because I sweat a lot, is what kind of keeps your sweat from running down your face.
Also, this is like more of a trendy one. If you had one that was kind of
that's
obnoxious.
A floral one. Well, it's an obnoxious one.
Like a floral.
Well, the floral's so the underneath part of this is black.
Oh, they have different
I don't
designs.
remember. What was my last one? Oh, my last one had some kind of pattern on
I
it.
think it did. I think it was black. Yeah.
No, I know it wasn't black because I wanted to get black, and I this is pre-Hot Dad Summer. So I didn't embrace the Hot Dad part.
Know.
And I was a little self-conscious because I got on Hemlock's website. That's where this is from. And they had quite a bit of a variety. But because I bought it midsummer and a bunch of other hot dads were already embracing Hot Dad Summer.
You couldn't get the black.
There was a lot of things that are just out of order or out of stock. So I'm trying to remember which color I had.
I want to say all I remember is black, but maybe I don't.
Interesting. But...
I think there was a pattern.
What was I going to? So that's why I do it. And now keep in mind, because I sweat a lot, if I was rocking nothing but, so I wear a lot of backwards hats, right? A lot of them are dark colors and stuff like that. If I sweat a lot,
you do.
If I sweat a lot in them, what ends up happening with especially these darker color hats is your sweat, they get wet, and then when the sweat dries, it creates these white watermark stains on like the top, yeah.
And you could see.
You could see them. Oh, that's why I've retired a few hats. Like, and you can't. I mean, you could try to wash it off, but like essentially, it's sodium that's in there. Salt.
Well, it's like the same thing when you sweat a few times through like any T-shirt. It starts creating this, especially in a white T-shirt or black.
Black, especially, yeah.
Creates like a stain. So makes sense.
Yeah, but listen, this is not limited to mowing the lawn. This is like, hey, it's hot outside. I'm putting this on. I'm keeping myself cool. I look good, right? Because it starts with the mindset of the hot dad summer, and I'm embracing it. But tell me what you guys think hot mom summer is, because I feel like when I started a hot dad summer with some of our friends here that we went on the lake without kids, and you guys were like, yeah, it's hot mom summer too. And I'm like, I don't know if you guys know what this movement is about.
Well, I think,
what do you guys think hot mom summer is?
It goes back to the mindset. It's the mindset of like, we're embracing like who we are, what we look like, and we're having a good time out this summer. Like we're not like, I'm going to be wearing like 10 layers because I don't want to like wear a swimsuit. So it was like, whatever, if you want to wear a bikini, let's wear a bikini.
Interesting.
We made babies with these bodies. Let's embrace it. So that's
Interesting.
kind of like the mom, at least ours, the hot mom summer is.
Yet
It's
none
like
of you wore
embracing-
bikinis. All of you wore one pieces.
Two gals wore bikinis. I didn't, but
Yeah. I don't think you guys are embracing it. I
I was
think
just
you guys are
feeling bloated
posing.
that
I think
day.
you guys are posing. You're like, yeah. We
no,
can.
two of the girls
Okay.
wore bikinis.
Okay, so does that mean next time more
And then
moms
one
are
of
gonna
them
wear
had a
bikinis?
really long,
Oh, wow.
a low cut.
You were really embracing hot mom summer because of all the
I wore my
moms.
short shorts.
Sure, no, but what you'd end up doing is you were the only mom/gal that got up on the wake surfboard.
Oh, that's another thing is like just embracing like we're moms. We don't have to be like, especially when, you know, like we went on a boat last week or this week and
It's still this week.
we got sitters for our kids. It was just adults. And it was like, yeah, even if I want to go wakeboarding, let's go, or wake surfing, let's go wake surfing.
Yeah, be
And
very careful, okay? The price difference
Sorry.
for buying a boat that wake surfs or wakeboards.
not wakeboarding,
It's different.
wake surfing.
If I wanted to save money,
No.
I'd buy a wakeboarding
That's
boat.
another thing is, yeah, it's just like, that was one of my, I guess, at that, on the boat, it was kind of like, well, I'm already like in the boat. I have done this before. Let's do it, you know, kind of thing. It is, I think it is. You're right. It's the mindset. It's the mindset of just like, enjoy your summer. Don't be like self-conscious, even though that's easier said than done, but it was fun.
Yeah. So
It's the mindset. But we don't have like a certain, like, I feel like with your hot dad summer, you have like a whole ensemble.
well, first of all,
we
it's called a uniform.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a uniform. But then we also
Hot dad summer uniform.
we also have a mantra, so you also understand. So like, I feel like you guys are like ill
guys have-
prepared.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Maybe we will.
well, I feel like this is an afterthought. It's like,
No, it was not because
It's-
we were saying hot mom summer way before you guys.
well,
were
no.
saying- Yes, I have never heard you say hot dad summer until after the boat.
We were on the boat and I was blaring it from my lungs.
Well,
I
we
made
must
a
have had
9.
the same thought then because we were on the dock, which you left us on for 2 hours.
Oh, I'm sorry. The moment that one of you Wolfpack gals gets on the board, you're more than welcome to come out for the longer time. We're not. You did, and you did great, and you ended up surfing, and you were the only one that did it. The rest of the girls, like, we just want to sit on this boat,
Yeah.
take
they
up
just
space.
No, they want to go for a ride.
Did you go for?
Just wanna go
And
for
they
a
did
ride
go for a
with
ride
us.
in the perfect storm when the storm hit, and then the dads were soaking up all the perfect weather for surfing.
We got left on the dock for like
And-
2 hours. And that's when we embraced hot mom summer.
Oh, you guys got reckless on Hot Mom Summer, okay?
We had a good time. And then we jumped off the dock and the water
You
was
said we had to
freezing.
jump off the dock?
No, we did for fun.
What do you mean?
No, we didn't have to.
Okay.
We did. We jumped off the dock.
Yeah.
It was freezing cold, the water, but we were like, let's do it.
Okay.
Why not?
Well, did you guys jump off the dock or did you
We
get
did.
pushed off the dock?
No, we
You
jumped.
guys
We all jumped twice.
Well, it was 100 degrees out, so it's like,
But
why
the
wouldn't
water
you?
was like 50 degrees.
No, it wasn't. Even Matt was like, this is nice.
It
This
was
is completely.
It was better than the last
The
time we
first
went,
time.
but it was still cold.
Another thing that I think what gave birth to Hot Dad Summer this
Don't
week.
say gave birth to a hot dad summer.
We will
You're
take.
not allowed to use that
We are
term.
giving birth. Okay.
You are not allowed to
the
use that
dads are
term
giving birth
ever.
to a revolution.
How dare you.
This is a movement.
How dare
Hot
you?
dad is a
that
movement.
term is stripped from
Okay.
your vocabulary.
Can we say conceived? With conceived,
Yes.
Hot Dad Summer.
That's okay.
Was when we were on the boat without the kids, and all the parents were without the kids, and the playlist that was created, I think, is what caused this movement.
The
to spark,
90s
right?
playlist.
It was a 90s. We started with a little Tupac, then we did a little bit of a loop to loop and hit a little bit of Blink 182. Then we circled way back again. We hit a little bit with Dr. Dre again. Then we did another circle to Papa Roach. And then we went right back into a little bit of Snoop Dogg. Ice Cube made a tribute. There's a lot of things. Rumor has it, there might have been a little bit of Backstreet Boys that was slid in there.
Ooh.
And nobody called anybody any names, which was kind of nice.
Insane Backstreet Boys? Yeah. I mean, you gotta. If you're going to play that playlist,
this is what made us
gotta
bad.
slip a few in there.
You got to slip a few in there. So that caused the movement, conceived Hot Dad Summer movement, and then now, I mean, there's people by the packs. Some would say by the thousands that are joining this movement. I have actually, after this podcast, I have a public service announcement that I'm posting on social media right after this, just to raise awareness, because I don't know if anybody heard this.
What's the original term? Hot girl summer or hot?
There's
No,
debate.
what's the first?
Well.
No, like the song. What's the song? Hot girl summer?
Might be.
Hot.
I mean, I've heard hot girl summer.
Yeah, I think it's hot girl summer.
But, I never believed in that movement. I feel like they never got anywhere.
It didn't. It didn't get anywhere because we're
Bunch
embracing
of skinny, childless broads.
childless.
Yeah, get out of here.
Have a kid or two.
Yeah.
Then
be in a committed relationship. But if
have
you're also
have a mortgage.
Yeah, but also if you're a single mom, listen, shout out to you too.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah,
you're doing awesome.
So it's full effect. We're doing a lot of things. We're doing merch. We need an anthem.
They're coming with our
I think
shirts.
the anthem will be Will Smith because he's he's the dad rapper, you know what I mean, who has the worst rapping that has ever been in the building. Mm-hmm. Hey bud, how about we talk after we record, huh? Thanks. Did we tell him we're recording?
Nope, I don't think we did. Wow, that actually took longer than I thought it would.
Yeah,
his face.
Yeah, well, I think he
just ruined his whole day.
Well, he walked into the garage with his iPad in his mouth, he's like looking at the screen somehow, and I was like, oh, he's gonna make us buy something right now. Right?
Yeah. Dad, can I get this game, Dad?
Yep.
It's good. It's going to be a good summer. It's finally warming up here, so I think we're embracing just having a good summer. And I think I'm so excited for the summer because last summer it was.
What happened last summer?
Last summer was great, but Harper was just born, and so it was a lot of that figuring out sleep schedule, and like we were on this weird not sleeping kick,
Well, first of all, be very careful which kick we're on, because we're only 3 days into a consistently sleeping through the night child.
No, we had a good one. No. We had a good
teething.
Period, and then she started teething.
Yeah,
We had a good, maybe couple months, and then.
Couple of months?
Month?
Are you kidding me?
No.
She has never gone longer than 3 to 4 days without waking up.
Oh. Yeah.
And then she started teething. What
no,
couple of months?
I mean, in the beginning, it was like a newborn. You're trying to figure out, okay, when does she go down for a nap? Nursing, all of the things. And so in the beginning, it was rough. But we still went camping a couple times.
You did. It was miserable. Camping was fun.
She was
Sleeping
like 2 or 3 weeks old. Yeah.
Sleeping was
miserable. Was still rough, but that's all I'm saying is we still made the most of it, but it's a lot harder with a newborn. And then this year, she's just happy to be around.
She's down to clown. Yeah,
And then we're gonna have a good time this summer.
Well, I mean, in hindsight, if anybody tells you oh, you're a veteran, you've had multiple kids. I'm not a veteran. We're parental veterans. We've
not an actual veteran.
Do you know how many people DM me asking me if where I served and if I'm a veteran? Yeah. And I was like, listen, I'm not a veteran. I'm just a patriot. Yeah. But we're parental veterans.
Veterans?
Veterans. Veterans, yeah. That's
careful when you say Federates.
I didn't say Federates. I said veterans.
I know, but it sounded like something else. Anyway, veteran parents.
Veteran parents. We took the child with us camping.
She was 2 or 3 weeks old, and we went camping with her.
And there's a thing.
And it wasn't that bad.
It was terrible. Sleeping. No, camping was fun.
Oh, yeah, camping was fun. Sleeping was bad.
Horrific.
She was.
You can't say it wasn't that bad.
It was bad.
It was horrific because.
No, I meant the whole camping experience was fun because the boys had a good time. All in all, it was great, but she did not sleep well at all.
Well, she didn't know, and that's what a lot of people might not understand. It is there's a thing about a child when they're a newborn. sometimes they just don't know how to sleep through the night.
They don't.
Like, because you'll be at the
gotta train them.
hospital. They will sleep at the hospital 1 or 2 nights, and then you come home, and then they're just like, sleep for 2 hours, wake up and hang out, and then do it again. And so with Harper,
it really is a training. You have to train them to sleep, which is crazy because in the
Teach them,
womb,
yeah.
they just slept and woke up whenever they wanted, and it was like they don't know what to do. All they know is all of us. They were like in this warm, cozy space where they were like this the whole time, and then all of a sudden it's like this open space, and they're like, I don't want to be here. So it's a lot of learning and training, and I mean she's been fine. I feel like since she was maybe like 3-4 months, she's only woken up like once a night, but still.
once a night
you're in your
for
30s.
11 months straight.
Not great.
Yeah, 11 months straight.
We'll see.
And it's like right in the at the beginning, maybe stages of
But
your
don't you
REM
remember
cycle.
she's still, when she was little, she napped like 30 minutes here and there every day.
She was
And
the
it
worst
rough.
snapper.
Yes. And then slowly we kept just going back in, putting her down. And slowly, now she naps like 2.5 hours.
I was
2 times a day.
I was really caught up by surprise because I would imagine, because it's, as a dad, as a guy, it's always easy to be like, we're going to let her cry it out.
Right.
And then as a gal, you guys make sure that doesn't happen. So what was interesting
We
to
make
me.
sure they don't do that.
Yeah. And so what's interesting to me is you'd imagine after having your third kid that you're like, I've been part of this dance. I know the kid's safe. This is important to them to learn, that you still almost treat the circumstances as if it's that first child. Now, you didn't check their pulse in the middle of the night as often as you did with your firstborn, but you still did it. And you imagine, you're like, because especially as dads, yes, as dads, you
know
always
what I
go
think
like,
it
we've done
is?
this dance
Yeah.
before. Like,
No.
it's like running half a marathon, and you're
I
like,
think
oh, I've
the
been here
difference
before.
was we waited. It was such a long gap that it almost feels like your first kid. And it's not that you don't remember like what it's like. It's more like so much time has passed that you go back to like having the more of the I don't know, paranoia about it. At least for me, it felt like that way. I was like, I remember I've done this 2 times before, but so much time has passed that I'm like, I forgot. Like, what do I do here? Or like, what do I do in this
Really?
situation? Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It was like the small things.
See, with me, I always felt like, hey, we've done this before. I don't need to be taking myself way too serious. That was my big pep talk to myself. Is like with the first 2 boys, I took myself way too serious. Less with Beckham, but I took myself way too serious. It was like, oh, they're acting out, they're throwing a fit. But in reality, it's like
They're
they want
babies,
to be
yeah.
held. That's all it is. And so that carried over. So with the same perspective, I kind of went into it, be like, listen. Yes, some kids are more resilient than others. Like if one kid might cry for only 30 minutes before falling asleep, and the next might cry for 7 hours. But hey,
Follow through.
follow through. They're safe.
I don't know. I think it was just, I mean, I feel like she's a really easy baby, but the sleeping was just probably like the same as the first.
Mm-hmm.
Figuring out the sleeping stuff, because Beckham was great, but I also nursed him for a lot longer, so maybe that was the difference.
And it definitely puts it in perspective. Like there's no, like every kid's so different.
You can't, be like, I've done this 3 times, the next one's gonna be a piece of cake. Every baby's so different.
Beckham slept for like 7-hour naps.
His naps were
Jack couldn't sleep.
epic.
Was basically colicky in the middle of the night, screamed bloody murder all the time.
And even his naps, he napped for like 30-40 minutes, and it was up.
And then
He just was not a
and then you have
napper.
Harper, who's like, in
between, kind of?
between,
Yeah.
yeah.
But her personality is really easy,
Yeah,
so
she's
that's
really
good.
easy.
It makes up for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for enjoying the summer with a 1-year-old who, I mean, it's going to have its own challenges with her starting to walk and getting to all the dirt and all the stuff. But it's still fun.
I will say this, because if you think, okay, so if you're planning a lot of fun things like going to amusement parks, going camping, all these activities, because we have, I recently started thinking about this, because we have some kids that are a little bit older. Obviously, Jack's almost 8 this fall, and then Beckham is 6, and you have this baby who still takes naps, or will be taking naps for a while. And because we have older kids, they obviously want to do longer, more energy taking things. I've kind of realized this. As I'm getting older, obviously my energy levels are getting lower. So to me, I'm
Are
almost
you
like,
enjoying? Like, I'll go nap with Harper.
like we were at some friend's house watching movies, and Harper, she wasn't falling asleep with us there.
Oh, right.
And I was like, hey, I'll go take her home. I'll go take her home.
You were like, I'll
Yeah,
take one for the team, but
Yeah,
really
I'll-
you were like, I'm okay.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
So I'll
It's
find myself
true.
doing a lot of that
These
more
hot-
this summer.
Those 8-year-olds have so much energy. Gosh.
So if the boys are like, let's go to the amusement park. I was like, hey, listen, I'll stay home
Yeah.
with the baby. Mom's going to take care
Well,
of
we
this.
can like rotate. So, but anyway,
But it is,
I'll go nap with Harps.
Yeah.
I'll take one for the
I'll
team.
take one for the team. She's fussy. She's
he's
really, she's not making a
He's
single
just hanging
noise.
out, yeah.
But-
Drinking his Moscow Mule
Moscow mules, yeah.
while she's napping.
Yeah.
I mean, at least she sleeps in the pack and play now, so I think that will be easier. Just sleeping at night in general is going to be a little bit easier.
I don't know now.
If she's not teething.
I'm
by
making
then.
jokes about me being older, and listen, I'm 33 in 2 months. That's nothing.
Right.
But the people that we know that are having babies, George Clooney style, right, in your 50s, like we know somebody that we just recently talking about that they had their fourth kid in their 50s. Was that fourth or fifth kid? You just
Who?
the David and Rachel.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, something
they're
late 40s.
Early 50s.
Probably.
Late 40s, could be late 40s. And I can't imagine doing that because if you're going to talk about it again, because there's a lot of things that, and we've probably already spoken about this before, there's a lot of things that are so different about having kids in your 30s that's radically different than having kids in your late 20s.
Even, yeah, mid-20s.
You know, mid 20s, yeah. So we had some of these kids.
It does. It changes so much. So I can't imagine
Your
in
your level
40s,
of
yeah.
recovery is so much slower.
That's what it is. It's the energy behind trying to, like, when we had our first two not sleeping through the night, you could rally. You could get up that day and rally. Now it's like you were hit by a bus and you're like, I cannot function today.
Here's how this bus operates too. I've realized this. The day after we took the boat out, and we did the whole hot dad summer,
and hot moms.
the hot parent summer. We got home, and we went to bed. And I don't know if it was because I was on the boat for so long, but the entire night I felt like the water shifting, you know, because you're on this thing.
We were on it for a long time.
And I kept having maybe
4
15 or 20 times the same exact dream where I was in the small canal and I was trying not to bump the boat against
It's your paranoia.
the bank. And it kept me waking up over and over and over. So it almost feel like I never actually went into a deep REM cycle, that when I woke up, I've had 2 large coffees. And then here's what I realized, like a gauging. There's a moment that you almost hit at a certain age that you cannot just chug more coffee, because the more coffee you chug, the more your stomach gets nauseous. And you're almost in this fog for the rest of the day. And sometimes if you're close enough to it or not too far into it, you can get out of that fog by working out, which I've done before, but I've also done it where that working out doesn't get you out of it. Like
If you're tired enough, yeah.
You're now, by working out, you're almost burning more energy, that now you have even less energy. So you're like almost deep in this fog. So yesterday was the first time in a little bit I kind of felt my gauges, because we were supposed to record yesterday, and that's how horrible I felt. I took a 1 hour nap in the middle of a filming day with the guys here. And I told the guys, I was like, hey, how about we're going to wait for this glue to dry. I'm going to go take a 1 hour nap. You guys chill out. And
You guys keep working.
yeah, keep doing your thing. And it was horrific, because I realized I'm at the point that, like, there's no rallying. Like, I can't drink more coffee because my stomach's just going to hurt even more.
Yeah.
I just need to go like rest my eyes for a little bit, and lo and behold, that's exactly what it did.
Needed to happen.
Versus before, in my late 20s, it was
Getting
fine.
old.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you can't like.
It's interesting to figure this stuff out, because it does kind of hit you. Like, you're going at the same pace, and all of a sudden you go, like, I am just tired all the time. Or like my gauge is, I get like an eye twitch every time I am really tired. The last like week and a half, my eye has just been going crazy.
I thought you keep
twitching.
winking at random people.
It's like, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's out of control. And then I realized, oh yeah, like, first of all, with Harper, her waking up 2 times a night lately because of teething,
Oh, that's been a couple of months that she's been so good.
The last 3 days have been great, but even then, it's like I still sleep so bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's like even when she does sleep through the night, I'm like, well, I still woke up at 3 a.m. and couldn't fall back asleep. Oh, but it kind of hits you at like a certain point where you're like, wait a sec, I need to like take better care of myself, or figure out a way where I can nap or sleep, or like,
Well, it's hard for me to
go to bed earlier.
It's hard for me to understand what you mean by better care of yourself, because, and this is my frustration, because we spoke about this, about the injury that I recently had. It's like, it's one thing if you come from like a lifestyle, like a sedentary, I never say the word right, sedentary sedentary lifestyle, and then now you jump into like an active fitness, well-being. But it's like when you're constantly living in a healthy lifestyle, what you eat, what you drink, how often you work out, you
still get injuries.
Because you always think like, oh, the people who say, oh, it hits you all of a sudden, you imagine, oh, well, it's because you haven't been active for whatever. But
no, it's the age. It's definitely the age. Your body's just not the same. And then I remember my mom telling me that when she was like in her 40s. She's like, man, it's like it really catches up to you. And then one day you realize, wow, my body's just like tired.
And this is why.
And then I'm like, oh, here we are.
And this is why yesterday I told you that, listen, if I'm going to get a Porsche, I need to get a Porsche in my 30s.
I roll.
Because I can't really enjoy a Porsche
You can still enjoy it in your 40s.
In my 40s. No, because then my back's going to hurt from those young guy seats and this getting down into the
young
thing.
guy seats.
Yeah.
Don't they make them comfortable? Also, I've
No.
never seen a young guy in a Porsche.
Well, that's why they're a better investment, right? Because it's an all-around vehicle.
It's only old guys in Porsches.
No, but it's like, if you're gonna, like, I fully support, and we're responsible with our money in terms of investment and retirement and all that stuff. But it's like there's this narrative that gets written in, I think, our culture, where it's like, half of it is like, yeah, you got to go to college, get this crazy degree with crazy debt. You don't make nearly amount of money to pay that off, and you're chasing that, and then that's the only debt that you can never file for bankruptcy and have it be washed out. Like, I don't know if you knew that, but like, you can have student loan is the only debt that bankruptcy will not forgive.
So you have to always repay that.
There are people.
Well, yeah, those colleges will pound you for that. There's
people who have their Social Security, like older people, their Social Security retirement money is being garnished because they have not paid their back on their student loan bills. So our society can teach you to like go to school, get this crazy almost six-figure degree level degree. You start, your entry job not even close to being able to pay that off. There's crazy interest on it, and then you carry that for the rest of your life most of the time. And then they teach you that one day when you work for this job that you absolutely hate, for the boss that you absolutely hate, at a place that you spend more time than you do at home, that one day you can hit 65 and you will have between 10 and 15 years of not answering to anybody, living on a fixed budget. That doesn't make, that's not enticing to me.
Yeah, no.
What I'd rather do is, yes, save for the future and retirement, but I also don't want to live in the fourth quarter. Like, I want to live in the second quarter. The second and third quarter is where it's at, because the first quarter you're just learning things. The second and third quarter is where you kind of figure some things out. And then the fourth quarter is no, I want to be around my grandkids. I want to, help my kids, figure things out. So it's if you're going to get a boat or a sports car, get it when you're 30 and 40. Yeah, and then if you need to sell it in your 40s, sell it in your 40s. Yeah. But that's when you do it, or else you're going to live on your deathbed and be I wish I quit my job and started a business. I wish I got that car and
do it now. Yeah, do it now.
Okay, I'll buy the Porsche. Okay, you've twisted my arm. So Hot Dad Summer is
it's on record, I guess.
Hot Dad Summer is going to the next level right now. Hey,
Hot Dad Summer.
Hot Dad Summer. I mean, okay. Well, thank you. This is basically the whole point of this podcast.
That's all you needed is confirmation.
I've orchestrated. So there's 3 I want you to look at. Okay. They're color coded. What's your, because a lot of girls roll their eyes about this whole sports car idea. What's your perspective on the idea of sports cars?
I have no opinion about it. I literally, I think I don't have any opinion about cars. For myself, I just want something reliable, comfortable.
Not true.
Storage.
Not true.
Storage.
No, not true, because you do have an opinion on cars. Like the car that we got you, it's based off of like you wanting that car. You're like, I really like
that's
those
true.
cars.
I mean, I wanted like I love like white cars, like black, not silver, but like gray. I like neutral colors. I
Okay.
don't like anything bright. But,
Okay, well, colors can be applied to any car.
right. But I mean, I just liked that car. But if you would have gotten me another like nice, reliable car that was just comfortable and had storage space.
But you were a
That would've
fan
been fine.
of these cars that you got.
I just told you like I like Highlanders and that was it. But it wasn't like I need this one and only this one. You know, kind
You
of
were
thing.
kind of doing that, not doing that, but you were a little bit more opinionated. Even like you're like, oh, those new Yukon GMCs are really
Tahoes.
pretty. Tahoes. You're like, they're really pretty. So you do have an opinion. So it's not necessarily like the color of the vehicle.
I guess, yeah, maybe that's not a way of saying it. It's not that I have an opinion. I like certain kinds of cars, but I'm not like pining after, I don't think about it. I really don't. If you ask me like, ooh, what car do you like? You know, and I'll like go do my research because I'm like, I don't know. So that's when I'll like go look at a car and see what I like. But I really don't think about it on a daily basis of like, I wish I had this car. I really want this car. This one is so cool. The interior of this one, like you do. Like I definitely think it's more of a guy thing where it's even watching car.
First of all, don't gender me, okay?
Male. Well, I know what you were born with.
I don't.
so.
That's not what I identify with.
But even like watching car shows, you watch like what is the
Grand
one?
Tour.
The Grand Tour, which I actually really enjoy watching it with you.
It's funny. Those
It's
guys
funny.
from Top
yeah,
Gear.
but it's not like something that I would be like, you know what, I really want to watch this because I really want to see them drive the new Aston Martin or whatever. Or, you see me throw that in there. But I mean, I don't know. I think it's hard to describe for me because it's not something I think about daily, cars. But if you were to be like, hey, let's get you a new car, what do you want? Then I would be like, okay,
Oh,
I have an opinion now, right?
Why do you have an opinion now? Then at that point,
If you were to ask me, because then it would be like, well, if I'm being asked,
so
what
you're
I
only
want-
so at that point you're gonna be just searching for like
Yes.
what cars are out there.
yes.
But didn't you kind of do that with the Highlander? Yeah.
Because I remember even before we got it, and you surprised me with it, but even before that, it was like, hey, we need a new car because we're having a third baby.
Okay.
We don't have a space for another kid. What car should we get? And then I started researching. I was like, well, I kind of like the way it looks. Toyotas are great, reliable cars. I just liked the way it looked mostly. And then it had the third row. I liked the captain seats, the bucket seats, whatever they're called. I liked that, and that was like really it. I wanted a backup camera.
But the reality is like guys are not that different from girls. Like I've been oozing about some of these Porsches, and obviously like if you're gonna be in the like realistic realm of like ever being able to like purchase one, because the spectrum goes from, you know, halfway decently affordable to okay, it's pricey, and then there's ones that are like, are you kidding me? I'm not paying that. I can't get that. That's my mortgage.
Right.
And so. But in all reality, when you kind of go into that realistic realm of cars, you just kind of go like, what do I want? With like, well, I want to get one that you know I'm not gonna regret a year later and saying I wish I'd gotten that one instead. So you look at certain features, you're like, okay, it has a turbo. That's like, okay, I want it to be fast. Not that I'm gonna be going 100 miles an hour on the freeway, but I wanted to. If it's gonna be a sports car, it needs to be great acceleration. And then from that point on, it's really color and trim and all that stuff. Like it's nothing
That's
that
true. I guess that makes sense. But I just don't think about them unless you ask me about it. I really don't think about it.
Interesting.
I'm not like sometimes like, oh man, I wish I had this car. Like I love.
But
my
you also
car.
don't do that about tools, right?
That's
so like
true.
all the tools that I have, there was a period in time where I was going, should I get this table saw or that table saw, and why?
Right.
So
You don't
essentially,
have
it's the
that.
same thing. Now you
For
did,
me, it's more for like which sofa should I get?
right. You do that with sofas. You do that with kitchen appliances.
I
When
guess
we're
we all
there.
have our thing. Yeah.
I don't think. I think it would be weird. Also, it'd be very expensive if you're like, you know what car I want to get? You know, I'd be like, Joe, now I can't get the Porsche.
Dang it! No, I love my car. I think it's great, and it's for me. It's more like the comfort of being able to have the kids all comfortable in the seat, having the navigation, the backup camera. My favorite feature is like the the beep when it beeps when a car is coming to the side of you. That is like the best feature of any car.
On your blind spot beeping?
The blinds? No, not in the blind spot, but it's the when you're backing out.
Oh, when you're blacking up the
and there's
sensors.
the sensor when there's a car coming to
Yeah.
your side, which you can't even see yet, and
Sure.
it senses it and it beeps. And I'm like, how did I ever live without this?
Oh, well, you didn't look both ways and then look back?
I did, but it's just nice to have that.
You need that. You are.
I do need
listen,
that.
You're a little distracted. You know what I mean?
The 3 kids.
And I get it. I'm a mother. Yeah. I actually had some people DM me something saying, it's like, I'm a mother.
Listen, I'm a mother.
Yeah. Well, for next month, for Hot Mom Summer, you guys can get merch made. I'm a mother.
I'm a mother and Hot Mom Summer, yeah.
Hot Mom Summer.
HMS.
HMS.
That sounds like a high school.
All right, folks. It's been fun. Remember, this movement needs to be empowered. Tag yourself. Tag
We're
your
gonna
spouses.
title this Hot Dad.
This is Hot Dad Summer
Summer.
Podcast. That's exactly what it is. We need to share this information because a lot of people.
If you
might
guys
not
are
know
into it, yeah.
The news. Well,
Check out our Father's Day gift card coming out
yeah.
Monday. Mr. Builder edition.
Mr. Bill edition. Yeah, I made a big list of if you guys have some things like what do I get my spouse or a dad in my life, whatever it is.
Some good stuff.
All these things I personally have and I personally love. So I'm just sharing those kind of things. Nobody's paying me to talk about them. But
Just
also
throwing it out there for you guys.
check out a bunch of stuff. Mrs. M's been posting a lot of stuff on the blog. And this week, I think...
Ooh, we got a big reveal this week.
yeah.
Is our kitchen.
So this comes out on Tuesday. Wednesday, I think the video drops of the big reveal in the kitchen. So hopefully you guys will see
Fun.
that. Check it out. Make sure you like, subscribe, share this podcast with your friends. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.